The thaumatrope, one of the first optical illusions of continuous movement. Here's use of a screen. What? Playing with fire? Oh, naughty boy. And playing coy. Jim, the fireman, had gone to bed, was quickly roused and quickly fled. They're getting the engine away from the shed. Poor little devil, did you hear that cry? Aloft Jim went, the risk to take. He's upside down, it's my mistake. He saved the child, as can be seen. A hero, Jim. God save the Queen. About this time, 1887, an American, George Eastman, was separating the films from a series of photographic dry plates showing a subject in movement. Experimenting with various pliable transparent bands, including celluloid, he thus anticipated the idea of the roll film to come. His friend Edison promptly used it in conjunction with his kinetoscope machines, nickel-in-the-slot peep shows, into which only one person could look at a time. Edison also set up a company to produce short films. The music hall was the film's first contact with the stage, but no one at that
of Rochester, who had perfected it for his Kodak camera. Eastman's film solved Edison's film problem. In this crude wooden cabinet is the actual machine built by Edison in 1889 to use the roll film. This is the film takeoff mechanism. Here is the negative of one of those films. Notice that the images are exposed horizontally along the film, the circular aperture, and the sprocket holes along one edge. Watch this 1889 motion picture. It's a scale model. The entire building revolved on wheels, for Edison had installed a much larger kinetograph, and everything had to be brought to the camera, including the sun's rays, admitted by adjusting the panels in the roof. William K.L. Dixon, one of Edison's principal assistants, said, "We find that the contrasts are affected by the total exclusion of light from the lower end of the hall, heightened by draperies of impenetrable black, against which stands out in sharp relief the central stage, on which are placed the kinetographic subjects, bathed in the full power of the solar rays, put into the copyright office with the necessary 50 cents. Started by Edison in 1894, this procedure became the accepted method of copyrighting motion pictures, until later, when entire films were printed on paper rolls, each roll being copyrighted as a single photograph. The American Motion Picture Theater is popularly dated from April 23rd, 1896, when motion pictures were shown as part of a program at a Broadway theater, Coster and Beale's Music Hall. Motion pictures had been achieved. The projector was the vitascope, built by Edison from the design of Thomas Armot of Washington, D.C. Almost simultaneously, cameras and projectors were invented in the United States and abroad. This is the Jenk. From England came the Damony Gaumont camera projector. This bulky American mutograph camera was set up by its crew all over the world to make pictures for the mutis cards attached to the rotating wheel give the impression of continuous motion.
Barns, old buildings, basements. Empty shops, disused premises of all descriptions to show the flickies in 1900, chiefly trick films and topicals. Battling. This was in 1897. Watch for the little old lady with the parasol in the carriage. 60 years a queen.
The Black Mariah, set on a pivot on a circular track to follow the sun. And there's the second Edison studio of 1909. The glass walls enabled him to utilize the full strength of the sun. Scene projector known as the oil projector. This is a polyscope, invented in 1908 by the first man ever to make motion pictures in California, William Seeley. Titles came into being. And here are some posters advertising the early movies. Movies were brand new and the public had to be convinced. So a sample of the film was given out to people on the street in front of the theaters to show them what it was all about. Otherwise, they might have gone in and become frightened. And heavens knows what my electric theater of 1908. Some electric.
We're all set for the performance. But our way, I'm not so sure. This takes time. Yes, that goes down there and round here, and the pianist is getting nervous. We're off, says the operator. You vile woman, so Mr. Peace wrote you a letter, eh? You vixen, I'll on him. Where is he, the cat? I'll beat him up like Barley. And out of the bushes stepped handsome Charlie. You made love to my wife. Grr, oh, take care, he mustn't be goaded. Look out, you darn fool, that pistol was loaded. The search is on. Where is that man? What? Oh dear, look, that wasn't our grand. Slap, bang, yonder, hither. Charlie has them all of a dither. Yes, sir, on the tiles. Oh, what a clout. Allow me, Constable, this way out. But how does a film operate? A film is composed of little separate snapshots, or look at it closer. Each little picture is different and shows a different movement as the figure advances. In the cinema, the projector shutter, acting like this, momentarily covers the change from one little picture to the next. Notice the gentleman's legs. When the film is run rapidly at 90 feet a minute, an illusion of continuous movement is created.